Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lokesh. So we are continuing the series where we are discussing the differences between the Azure SQL Data Warehouse and on-premise version of SQL Server when it comes to writing T-SQL code. So there are some restrictions in using the T-SQL command when it comes to SQL Azure Data Warehouse, which prevents us from using some of the most used keywords in on-premise version, and you have to think of some workarounds around that. So we are continuing that series. In the previous two videos we have covered that, and continuing on that, we will be discussing about the table valid function and the table variables. So these two SQL objects you cannot use in Azure SQL Data Warehouse, and if you have worked extensively on the SQL Server, the on-premise SQL Server, you will notice that these two objects are very useful when it comes to writing T-SQL commands whenever you want to do or use the data on the fly. These are very beneficial, and especially your table valued function, because it is nothing but your parameterized views, so you can add in parameters and get the output that you want. And so personally I think when it comes to table valued function, personally I've found or discovered that these are especially useful when you want to convert a scalar function into a table valued function, because scalar function, as you all know, is detrimental to the performance because it runs on row by row basis. And I have to admit that I didn't know until I worked on my last project where we used the tsql command, and thanks to some of the senior folks over there in my previous company, they helped me understand that scalar functions are not useful. So things like that, you cannot do that in Azure SQL Data Warehouse, unfortunately, because you don't have access to table value functions, and mostly you have to rely on the temp tables in order to get the job done, or CT East in order to get the job done. And we have noticed that CT also has some limitations. So let's discuss about that. So you will notice that even though it gives you the option to create table valued function, but when it comes to writing or accessing the data from the table value function, you will not be able to do that. So let's try it. So I think we have a table in the system called test table function. We will write a simple table valued function without any insert or without any parameters, and we will try to get the value out of this test table function. This is a simple scenario where we are saying, or where we are portraying, that you cannot use table valued function even though you can declare it. So it's kind of strange. I'm not sure how it works out. Let's try. So let's create the table valued function, and the syntax is simple. You just do or write create function and then the function name. Let's give it a name of Loki, and we are not passing any parameters. Then you want to specify which data type you want to return. In our case it would be a table, and then we'll say return, and then there is a test function or test table that we've already created. So we'll run this command, and you will notice that, as I said, you will not get any error message. So let's run this command, and there you go. It helped us create the table valued function. I'm not sure where these table valued functions are getting stored. If you know about this, do let me know in the comment box below, or else I'll have to do some research on top of it. So let's try to query this, and we'll say select star from USP Loki, and we haven't passed any parameters. And let's try to run this. So you can see that it didn't give us any records. It should have given us the record because it's a table valued function. Had you done the similar case, or had you run the similar statement in your on-premise version, you would have got the results. And also, one thing that I wanted to point out here is when you go into the object explorer and you expand the database node, and then you expand the programmatically node, you will notice that there is no option of table value functions. Usually in the on-premise version, when you're using the SSMS, you will get a table value function node here as well. I'm not sure what is the reason behind that, why it lets it create a table value function and it doesn't, we are not able to use that. This is still a mystery, but we'll explore it in the coming videos or in the uh, coming video series. So let's try to create a table variable now, and let's see whether that is allowed or not, and whether that is also confusing in the sense that you can create it but you cannot use it. So let's do that. So let's create a table variable, and the syntax for that is declare, we'll say var tab, and then the table type, we'll pass in id as the column, and id is int type, and then we'll try to insert into var tab values 1. Now first of all, let us see whether it gives us an option to declare it or not. So you can see that when it comes to table variable, we are not allowed to even declare it. So I think that should be the case for functions as well, table value functions as well, because so that we don't get any confusion on top of it. But this is how the things are, and I'm not sure what's the reason behind this. Maybe Microsoft will look into it and correct that in the coming releases. So this is it, guys, a simple practical where I showed that the table value function and table variables are not there in the Azure data warehouse, and we cannot use them. And do let me know your comments in the comments box below if you found a way to use this, or what do you do in order to get around this problem. I personally have to use or had to use the CTEs or the temp tables. So I think that is the only option that we have. So this is it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel as well. And we'll meet in the next video, guys. Till then, take good care of yourself and stay safe. Bye, guys.